Welcome to Las Vegas, Nevada. This is Drunkhead with Drunkhead Gaming. Today I'm looking at a REBBRL Rookie League replay. This is from the minors. This is EUA in the minor leagues. The way I understand it, the minor leagues is basically beginners, guys who are just getting the game underway, and want to check this game out. Carlos Sibbs got a hold of me and said, "Hey, dude, I'm playing humans. I see you play a lot of humans. Can you watch the game and tell me what you think?" And I was like, "Hey, absolutely." So, humans and orcs versus Fecal Fiesta, which is a horrible name. Whatever, dude. Just call yourself Fiesta. That'd be fine. So humans and orcs. We're gonna kind of play this game from the from the view of Carlos Sibbs, since he's the one that asked me to take a look at the game and to see what he could do. So we look at humans and orcs. This is the classic Blood Bowl matchup. They're on the cover of the box. This is what the game's all based about. The first thing you need to do is humans. You can see that there's not very much development. He's got one skill on his thrower, and he's got one skill on his ogre. So as humans and orcs, each side's got to look at what are they strong at. Orcs are good at being in contact, base and bash. We call that base and bash. They want to be next to you and they want to throw punches at you. It's not necessarily that they're stronger than anybody else, although they are pretty strong. It's that they can take punches better than everybody else. And then if you're humans, your advantage is speed. You're move 7 here. You have a catcher, which I love. You have 8 catcher. I start with 2 catchers. Most people start with 0 or 1. But I think having the catcher is what makes a human team. It gives them the versatility to win these sorts of games. So these guys are move 8, and with dodge, which is awesome. And these guys are move 7, and of course the women are all move 6. So overall, you're faster, but you don't hit as hard. I mean, these guys do have strength access, and you have just as much block. Like your glitches are almost exactly the same, except for they have one more armor on the orcs, and you have one more speed on the humans. What you want to do going into the game, you want to realize you don't want to base orcs because it's hard to break their armor compared to you. You can stand and bang at each other all day long. They have 9 armor, you have 8. You're going to lose eventually, and especially these black orcs are strength 4. So you want to end each turn within as little contact as possible. You want to give him the orcs as few hits as he possibly can get. Ideally, just his one blitz, if you can figure that out. So let's go ahead and get started. Both sides have 3 rerolls. Neither side has an apothecary. Carlos Sibbs, team of legends here. They have 1 loner. And then there's nothing over here on these guys. Actually, I like this orc lineup with the 3 linemen, 4 blitzers, and 4 black orcs. I think that's great. I'm not a huge fan of the orc walker or the orc thrower, as they call them. No bench on your side. It's nice to have the sure hand start out, but you need to score touchdowns on your blitzers anyway. So you're not really using your orc thrower as much. This is all AV9. That's the other thing about our throwers are AV8. So this is a good orc. I love this orc lineup right here. And I like the human lineup. So it's a good start. Just what we got started here. Let's start this part. Let's see who won the toss here. Team of Legends chose a kick. I think that's a good call. When you're the less bashy team, you're going against bashy teams. So let's just start and back up. So bash teams always want to hit first because they're trying to thin your numbers out. Agility teams, they always want to defend first because they want as many guys on defense as possible. Um, Human teams can do both. They can do on offense or defense because they're a hybrid team. So when you're facing bash, you generally, I mean, you can do it either way, right? So you can go on your receiver first. When I'm facing bash, I like to defend first, like for this one reason. But it depends on how bashy I am. If I'm super bashy, then I want to hit first. In this particular instance, I think receiving is the way to go. Pouring rain sucks, and then number of fans on both sides. Looks like the humans get more fans. So the kickoff decision for humans is actually, I think, more difficult than for other races. Because like when you're orcs, you always want to hit first. When you're undead, you always want to hit first. When you're chaos, you always want to hit first. When you're dark elves, you almost always want to defend first. Rats always want to defend first. Elves, all kinds of elves that want to defend first. But humans, you kind of got to look at your opponent and what he can do and what you need to do to counter it. So I went with save 5. Most people do the save 5 just like this. The save 5 is protecting your 5 most valuable players. I personally like to move my guys back, move this whole line back 1 more square. And I just do that for safety. It's harder for him to get around you, especially since he's move 6 when you get this close. Also, I would put this guy right here, this thrower, I put him on the line. I put him with the Blitzer. The Blitzer is more valuable than the thrower. But this is okay. This is okay. The Orc player did not have to do this much. Both teams did reroll. So let me just stop before we go. Let me throw in on Fico Fiesta here. You have these guys are all strength 4. You don't need these. This guy here doesn't need an assist. This guy here doesn't need an assist. These guys are strength 4, so they can pop them anyway without this assist. So some people like to just line up their bash along the front line, and I can see the advantage in that. I don't like to do that because if you get a perfect defense, it fucks you. You're pretty safe with the strength 4 guys, but if you're any other race, you put all your guys in line like this, a perfect defense can screw you. Just screw you. Like I can mark both these guys, now they're stuck with a perfect defense, and that happens more often than you think. It's in the rain. Another good reason for humans to restart to kick here is because it's in the rain. And when you're a team like humans that can do both, you kind of want to defend in the rain first, hoping that the weather changes by the time it gets to you. So, I'm probably not going to say these names. These guys are European. These coaches, I don't know if they're English or not, but I'm not going to try and pronounce names I can't pronounce. Warwick's going to go down, though. Believe it or not, this is a successful first turn so far for the humans because you got 3 guys knocked down, but there's no armor breaks. So that's good. This is well done by the Orcs. This is exactly how you want to clear your line. I wouldn't move him forward. He's marking the ogre, which is okay, yeah, but I want to cover the ball up. This is smart here. There you go. So you can pick it up, and you get lucky and get it right away. The extra reroll really helps in the rain, actually. Stand your dudes up. That's all right. Now you can 3-die this guy, which you should definitely do. Coming up there for the assist on the Black Orc, you're going to pop him. That works out all right for you. Push that guy off. That's all good. Now you already have a 3-die on this guy, so you're solid there. Set up an elf screen. You want to do 2x2. That's perfect. There you go. 3-die on that guy. Oh, you got triple both down, so that ends the turn a little early. So I don't know if you wanted to do any movements before then. You should always do your movements before you do ogre throws, just for that exact reason. You're not in a bad position right now, but you probably wanted to move before you threw that block. You probably wanted to move one of these guys down here, and then maybe this guy over here some more. Right now, you're inviting him, so you can, by the way you're set up, you can already tell him he's going to go to your right. If you're the humans, if he's smart, he's going to go to your right. He's only got one guy over here with these dudes. You can just abandon that guy as long as he needs to, and move your whole student body to the right because you're weak over here. This is okay because you're fast enough to get back as humans. But just know when you throw this block before you move guys over, he's guaranteed to go right now. There he goes, moving his little cage to the right. This right here, Fecal, you don't need this guy. You don't need this guy because he's not getting around behind you. This guy's actually better served over here, stopping these guys. A lot of times you see a lot of new coaches do this. They'll put this cage in, and even old coaches, veteran coaches will do this. They'll cage super hard. And in this particular instance, you don't need a cage, you need a screen. As you see, if you put guys here all along this line and along this line, you don't need to be super tight around the ball. So like this guy, he's wasted. He's not doing anything. If you're going to move these guys up here, this guy's almost wasted. And then this guy will be better served over here, stopping these guys from getting around you. That way he can move forward if he needs to. So the cage is textbook. That's what you do, the YouTube cage. But really, in this particular instance, you want a screen and not a cage. I don't like this blitz. And I'll tell you why I don't like this blitz. I don't like this blitz because you're blitzing away from your play. Your play is going to the right. You need to be blitzing one of these guys over here. You still left a huge gap. So, and I know we're kind of looking at a team of legends here, but I want to look at both sides. So you left a huge gap. This human can go right through you. And you blitzed away from the play, man. You're going to the right. So you wanted to either blow holes over here or make a blitz over here. Don't blitz away from the play unless you have a very specific reason or specific need to do that. Like every once in a while, it's the right play. In this particular instance, it's not. Usually, it's not. You want to blitz towards where you're going and try to establish that presence. Or over here. This is a wasted blitz right here. Like that, pop, and he's going to get in front of this cage. He's going to go over here. One more. I don't like this blitz. I'll tell you why I don't like this blitz. I don't like to blitz people when I can get the contact anyway. I mean, this is going to be okay. You can hit this guy, and then you can hit this guy. What you could do is just put one of these, like this guy. You could have moved him over here, and then pop that dude. And then decided if you wanted to blitz there or blitz up here. I generally don't like to blitz guys off of people right there. I mean, I see what you're doing here. You'll blitz him, and you'll hit him. I would probably bring one of these guys over here first, and then pop him, and then if I wanted to do this blitz over here on this guy. Just a little order of operations thing. I generally do that. That's fortuitous getting the KO right there. I generally, like I said, I don't generally like to blitz guys that are already in contact. Well, you need to follow them up. There you go, that worked. I don't want to blitz people off of people with blocks, because then I'm short myself a block. I think he's going to do a loner hit on a black orc. I don't know what this guy's accomplishing. Like if he wants to tie up two dudes for one guy, let him. Move this guy over here, get in front of this train. Orcs cannot change field very fast, and you're already kind of cutting these two dudes off over here because you're gonna knock this black orc down. This guy would have been better served over here, getting in front of this train, getting bodies in front of the train, or coming back here and cutting him off even further. I don't want to go too far behind the cage because then I'm out of the play. But this guy right here is, I mean, he's giving you one die on this, which you'll take, but that ain't really worth it. I put him over here someplace. And then we'll 2-die this black orc. Get a push. We don't want to follow. We want to stay out of contact. Perfect. And then we'll take this one down. And that'll work. Keep him away from the ball, and that's good. The black orc doesn't have a lot of options. He's already kind of trapped. If I'm the black orc, I'm just going to start pounding. I'm just going to pile right into here. Get all these black orcs involved. Like I said, orcs want to be in contact. And you got strength 4 guys, and you need to leverage your strength. So get as many guys in there as possible as you can. Take this fucking black orc, stick him right here. Again, blitzed away from the play. Went for a dodge, rerolled to get it, alright. To complete the cage. Like I said, this guy, he's not doing you anything. So you're shorting your offense, you're shorting yourself a hitter by putting this guy back here, and really this guy back here. This guy could be better served over here. These guys really aren't helping you a whole lot right now. This guy I would like to see up in here. Actually, like I said, I like this in this black orc up here, and then they move this guy around a little bit. So that's an easy block there. Ogre's got guard, that's nice. So if you knock this guy out, you can move him over and 2-die this black orc. I would use this guy to do it though. 2-9 now, lineman. That's that work. Bring this guy over here. Use him. You don't need to. The reason I don't want to use him is I feel like you're overcommitting here. This guy was doing an awesome job anchoring right here. He was doing fine. I'd have brought this guy over here and put him right there. Now you're adding a body that's out of the play into the play. You can still use these guys. You have plenty of guys over here to screen anyway. So bring him over here from as far distance as possible. Throw him right there. You get the same assist without committing your blocker. When I say blocker, a guy wouldn't block. Knock him down. That's fine. And you're gonna blitz with your catcher, which is pretty baller. But you have the assist, so there you go. This is looking good for the humans. They're standing in front of the bash. They're controlling the game right now. The Orcs, I don't know what the Orcs are going to do. The Ogre with guard is really fucking him. She should be put out trying to pile this way now. So this is another instance. He could have saved that blitz because there was a guy right there. All he had to do was put a dude in contact with him, and he could attack with his lineman, and then his blitz could have been somewhere else. And that's kind of what I'm talking about. Basically, you rob yourself. If you knocked him down, you'd rob yourself of a free hit. Looks like he's going to back the train up. He's going to go back here a little bit. And he's probably going to close the cage. Yep. Get that hit. I'd probably try to hit my way out of here too. Do that or do a dodge. It's not bad to do a dodge. Yeah. Well, he should have gone, instead of going this way into all this stuff, because this is a worse dodge. If he'd gone this way, it'd have been a 4+. He's right here. So 4+, 3+. Instead, he went a 5+. Because he's trying to get it over here. Take the 4+, man. You would have failed it anyway, but you get the 4+ is better than the 5+. Of course. If I'm the Orc, I don't have it. Like the human's playing really well right now. Carlos Hibbs is having a really good defense. He's limiting hits on his own guys. He's controlling. Like these guys are getting up and they're not hitting him. He's doing really well. He's getting in front of the train. He's keeping his defense center to the cage. So if the cage goes left, he can rotate left. And he's human, so he's faster. So a little forgiving for that. But his defense is going really well. Attack the back of the cage. In this instance, I don't hate this because you're controlling the field so well, and he is not willing to engage with you, so you're pushing him back a little bit. In general, be careful about attacking the back of the cage because if he pushes forward and he creates a hole like right here, these guys will all be out of the play. So you can do it, but just be careful and don't overcommit to it. So he used this guy to clear his ball carrier. That's okay. I wanted to see forward progress. He could have used his BC to blitz that guy off himself. So he could have used this guy and just done a blitz on that one, pushed him off. Or he could have used this Black Orc. I'd like to use this guy who was already over here to try and set up. You need to get around these guys. You need to break this corner or attack these guys. He needs to make progress downfield. You're turn 5 and you haven't even crossed the line of scrimmage yet. You need to start getting downfield, bro. So I don't know. This guy was one of your free dudes, and you brought him back into the scrum. And now you're probably not going to go anywhere, and you're running out of time. So. This is what he needs to do. He needs to get fucking Black Orcs in contact with people. And then he backs off and creates that corner again. Again, this is just overprotective. Just being overprotective here. You need screens, not right here. You need a screen, not a cage. Like this, putting pressure on the cage is good. He's going to come over here, he's going to block this Black Orc, which I like. Push him that way. Stay where you're at. So, if you had stayed right there, instead of following up, just stayed where you're at, you could have brought this catcher over, put him right here, and then this Ogre would have gotten 3 die on this blocker, on this line Orc. As it is, he's getting the contact, he's getting the assist canceled out, so he can't get anymore. Two die with a loner. Loner attack should always be the last. If you're going to do loners, do this one first because it's got Mighty Blow. Like this, and then what I'm trying to say is a block from this guy is the same as a block from this guy because it's a loner and you can't re-roll it, right? So this this is just as risky as this, except for this one is strength 5. So do this one first, and then do this one last. Because if he fails, then the ogre will never get a shot at it. See, the Orc's in trouble here. He's got the Human, their Human's just pushing on him. He's made no progress. You can see that the Human's got a really good defense. He's curved up on the left, which means the Orc can't go left unless he busts through there. He's got guys pressure on the right, so he's not overcommitting to it. You squeeze the cage too hard, someone's going to break through. See, the Orc's not. He needs to make forward progress, and he's going backwards. So there's no way this Orc is scoring right now. He needs to have somebody in scoring range next turn, and he keeps going backwards. So it's been really good defense. Really good defense by the Human coach. It's another instance where you can get 3 die. And this Mine Orc. Always take 3 dies when you can with big guys because they don't have block. They can end your turn, so you want that extra die. And we'll get 3 die. This Black Orc, this has been a really good defensive drive by the Humans, man. Really impressed, Carlo Sibs. Carlo. You're impressed, it's been good. Bring this guy over here for the 3 die. There you go, perfect. Stand up there. You don't need to get involved in this scrum here. This guy does not need to be in contact. I mean, you want to blitz that guy, that's fine, but... Alright, that's going to work out okay. Up there. Ogres will break your heart. But, oh, you try to re-roll it too. I guess yeah, it's not a bad re-roll. You have 4 re-rolls and 3 turns left. Ogres will, on average, bonehead 2.5 times a game. So 2 to 3 times a game. There's one. On average. I mean, we've all had games where they are 6 or 7 times. And we've all had games where they did once or none. I don't think I've ever had a game where my ogre never boneheaded, but I've had a bunch of 1s. I've also had a bunch of 6s. So. Human's taking punches never feels good, but this happy. He's got nobody left to score, so the Human can actually take risks if he wants and go after and try to score himself. Yeah. Unlikely to work, but you could. Or you could just take your hits and back off. Ogres will break your heart, man. There's 2. There's 2. Oh, you got the reroll. That's nice. No luck on that. See, Orcs stick around. Like, you got 1 KO. That's nice. And you kind of dictated the bash, so. Defense has been really, really good. But it's hard to break armor, especially when you don't have any Might of Will. Step on him with a loner. Don't hate that. Keep to leave. Fiesta here. He's a Broncos fan. These games are called like the Denver Broncos or Denver Broncos, something like that. They're all named after Denver Bronco players. You don't need to do this, so let's stop right here. You put your guys, he can't score. He can't score at all on you. So the only thing you're hoping here is that he makes a mistake and then you can score. This is unlikely to result in a score. I don't like basing these guys because you're gonna lose the bash game. So you're taking the extra hits. Remember, we began the game we talked about don't take hits. You limit your hits per turn. You just gave him 2 free. Now he's got 2 more hits, whereas before he had 0 to 1, depending on how this guy wanted to punch. So you just gave him 2 more hits on your guys. I would have used this guy for an assist. You can't score at this point. I would have used him for an assist over here or over here. So you gave him hits, but he didn't take advantage of it, so you got lucky. Carlos Ibs, you got lucky. That could have been a 2-die. This could have been a 2-die. TJ Ward still got it, but and well, it's gonna go. So your humans right now, he's gonna try to dodge out there. Humans right now, what you want to do is want to get the ball to this guy, and it's in the rain, so this is unlikely to work. The first thing you need to do is you gotta blitz this guy, because you gotta loosen the ball up, right? And then you gotta get him the ball. This is a 5+ catch the ball because it's 4+ in this. These 3+ normal, 4+ in the rain, and then the tackles normal, so it's a 5+. So you want to get this ball, blitz this dude, and get it to him. Since he is your scoring threat, and I would do that first. So you can get over there with GFI, Ogre Boneheads for the 3rd time. So he is all good for the game. Doesn't need to do any more. Failed the GFI, that sucks. Sucks to fail the first one. And then bring the loner over. Get the POW, that's good. Use the catcher, probably, to get him the ball. And throw it. Man, this could happen. This could happen. That's a hell of a throw. You actually got the pass. The pass actually was good. The catch was no good though. But that was a good plan. That was a good plan. And it helped him because he didn't base this guy and knock him out. And he exposed the potato his ball carrier. All right, I don't have much complaints, man. Carl said that's a really good first half. Oh, and 2 orcs stayed out, so these are both black orcs, man. One's blitzer, one's a black orc. That is fucking good for you. So humans gonna go in. There's a 2-man advantage. And one of the black orcs out. One of the strengths of the orcs is really out. So you should be thinking right now, what do I want to do? Do I want to stall the whole half out? Do I want to score fast? I don't actually hate scoring fast against orcs because it's hard for them to score back. If you score, I mean, I say it's fast. Score kind of fast. Like if you scored in turn 12 or 13, and gave him 3 to 4 turns, it's going to be very difficult for him to counter. But you have a 2-man advantage. So, all right, stop. Oh, perfect. You got exactly what you need. So this is going textbook for the humans. This is exactly what he wants. This right here, this guy, and this guy, you don't need them. And you don't need them because your ogre has guard. So move these guys back off the line. Like remember talking about perfect defense. If especially when you're the humans going against the orcs, if he got a perfect defense here, he just line up on all these guys, and then you're screwed. These guys are all tied up because he can put black orcs up on the line. You don't need this. You don't need this. So these guys, if with the guard from the ogre, that's not gonna let me do it. With the guard from the ogre right there, he can do this without this assist over here. So he would knock this guy. If he doesn't knock him down, he stays where he is. If he does knock him down, you can follow. Same on this side, and then your ogre gets 3 die. So this lineup. You don't need to do this. Don't put guys on the line. You don't need to have them on the line. Make sure you have enough to get your assist so you can knock everybody down, but don't put more than you need to. Catcher I like here. When you only have one catcher, I prefer to have my thrower back a little bit, the one catcher right in front of him, and then use the lineman up here. Put him a little forward. Put him up on the wings, like 2 guys here and 2 guys here. When I have 2 catchers, this is perfect. Exactly what I would do. This guy would be a catcher, and this guy would be a catcher. And if I have 3, it'd be 1, 2, 3. I run 3 catchers. Most human coaches don't, so don't go on that. When I have just one, just put him right in the middle there, and put the thrower back here. And then use this guy forward so you can use him for assists. You knock him down so you can follow. So this one. Knock him down. So there you are. And you need to, before you start your whole turn, you need to identify who you're going to, assume when you knock these guys down, who are you going to blitz. Right now, because of the way you set up, it's going to be more difficult to hit these guys. This guy can swing around either side. Though. Looks like he's going to move up there. So your offense is going to go right because you're blitzing to the right. He's going to go there. This is all right. And double pow. Double pow should be automatic removals. Should be automatic armor breaks. Stay out of contact. That's all good. Bring your blitzer back and protect them. Start swinging these guys to the right. This is unnecessary because you're going right. You've already clearly made it established you're going right. So bring more people over there. I picked the ball up before I attacked my ogre. Go up here. Up here. Over here to the right. Don't go to the left. You put all your guys are to the right. Like, I mean, you're kind of safe there, but you want to threaten to the right. What you want to do, you've already started establishing it. You want to fucking push down here and establish, and you want to play ball over here. And in his line of scrimmage. That way you can kind of score whenever you want. You kind of dictate where it's going. So I would have liked to have seen one or both of these guys over here. So you can outnumber them. And this guy definitely. This should be over there. He doesn't know what to do with that guy. I've done that a lot. He's going to send up a little work screen. He doesn't really have the pieces to do it, so he's going to bring him up. Or you can just dodge that guy out. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. But you can see how it's off to the left. Like, the humans can really just fucking knock this guy out and set up a screen right here. Give this ball to the catcher and be right there. And then this is a fucking score whenever you want situation. So coming up here, you can push this guy down. This is all good. I like all this. Knock this guy down. Knock this guy down, so we can free up this guy. It's all right. Push him this way. Don't push him. Don't push him that way. Wait. No. Don't push him that way. You're going this way. You're going to the right. You've established a wall, and it's tenuous. And you got to reinforce it, but you've established a wall, and you need this guy to help you secure your wall. Like, you'll bring this guy up here to secure these three guys, and you'll bring him over here, and you'll bring this guy over here, and you'll bring these guys all over here, and you'll student body to the right. Why would you push him here when you're going this direction? Keep him away from where you're going. And now you gotta use a reroll. Go here. Go here. Here. Alright. And bone hitter for the fourth time. That's unfortunate. But you wanted to move before you attacked anyway. Now you have to use your blitzer. That sucks. You gotta use your blitzer to make that block now. You're gonna go to the right. Why are you going to the left? What are you doing? He's doing. So my guess is right now is that he's doing a stall offense. And if you watch like the guys who play a lot, the guys who are really good at the game, you'll see them. They always want to stall. You'll watch like Ducky and those guys. They'll get right up on the line just like this, right in the middle of the line, and then they'll kind of probe to the left and probe to the right, and then once their guys go, they'll score. Or you'll see somebody like Looming Agility Team. They'll stay way back here. Wood Elves are notorious for this. Wood Elves, High Elves, and some Rat coaches. They'll stick way back here. And they'll do all this fighting up here. And then they'll come up here and they'll pass the ball off the guy and zoom, go score. But you're humans. So you got to play like a human. So coming up here, like, this is all right. But you've already won. You've already won a side. Like, once you win a side, once you open a hole, you need to take that hole. Like, if this wasn't going so well over here, then yeah, this is fine. Stay here in the middle and kind of joust on the left and the right and the middle and see where you probe until you get a hole. But once you get a hole, you need to attack it. Especially in a slow team. Like, if you went hard to the right, this guy's out of the play because he's a move 4 black one. And this guy's going to take 2 turns to get into the play. And this guy will get caught up because you can put a body on him. And now you've taken out, you've already got a 2-man advantage. Now you got 3 more man advantage. So I don't like this. Once you make the hole, you need to attack the hole. But I'm glad you didn't do a hard cage though. That's good. I'd even have put him a little more far forward. So you're in contact here, but that guy had to get up, so you're good. This guy's got to get up. So you're giving up this hit, and then a blitz. Oh, he's doing you a favor. He's hitting that guy for you. Oh, did he stand up too? He must have stand up too. Now he's going around getting behind your cage, but you're still not in a bad spot. Especially since your ogre has block. Excuse me, has guard. You're starting to lose it over here. It's like he's hard. He's breaking your wall now. Like you should have attacked it last turn, and then you could even go down even farther and use all these guys. So you're probably going to use your ogre to get over here and give this guy, push him out of the way. And then all these guys are free. Like you already moved this dude. But if you put him there and then knocked him aside, these guys can all move up straight and save themselves some movement. And then get up here and support this guy. And so he can knock him down and then build a wall up in here. Like, you still want to attack right because you have these guys are all tied up on the left. You can cut them in half right here and play against only 5 guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like he's primed to be cut in half. You use him for the assist. You should have moved the ogre first because you weren't going to attack with him. And that way he could be doing something else. Man, 5th bone. That's brutal. That's brutal. When you're going to move your ogre, hold on. When you're going to move your ogre and not attack with him, I like to do it very first action, if I can. And I like to do it first action because I want to know whether he's going to bonehead or not. Because right now I know whether, like if he had done it, if he hadn't bonehead, he could have gone there. I could have done this place and this guy would have been free. Never would have had to use him. He could have gone up here and assisted over here. And if he did bonehead, I know I'd have to do that anyway or bring him over. So when you're not attacking with your ogre, try and do your action as early as possible. So in this instance, you should have gone first with the ogre. And you'll knock him down. Probably wanted to follow that. You know you want to stay out of contact, but you also want to make sure you're establishing presence here. And now you're blitzing to the left. Are you going to the left? This blitz confuses me. You're not going to the left. I mean, I suppose you could, but you only have 3 guys over here. So, like I said, again, blitz towards your action. Like that. So you take that guy out for 1 turn, I guess. He'll get up and I'll go there, and then he'll be back in. So try and blitz towards your action. You should have blitzed up here. Oh! Oh, that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. At least he's unskilled. That happens sometimes. It feels really bad when shit like that happens. So now you still have 1 man advantage. So I mean, and you're still in a good spot. Sorry, Renekton. And he's one of his important pieces is out. Well, 2 of them really. So you're still in a good spot, and he's by him moving guys to the left. That's fucking perfect. He's gonna try and cut you off. But you have enough pieces over here. You should be able to deal with this. Depends on how hard he goes to the right. And to be fair, this is your fault. Carlos said it was like you should have attacked this turn. You should have attacked this hole 2 turns ago. Now he's closed it off. Now you need to come up with a different plan. You can't get through there anymore. You lost one of your pieces. One of your pieces is on the dirt. You gave up too many blocks this turn. So you need to come with a new plan. You're moving your catcher up there, which is fine, especially when you're a man advantage on defense or on offense. He's gonna have to mark this person, but he's probably not going to score, and it's not because he's got dodge too. It's especially good. He's got no tackle, so you can put him up there. Now he's got to pull a guy out of the play to guard that dude. But you're also losing when you're offensive guys. You need to come up with a new plan. So I don't know what your plan is right now. He's got a nice green wall set up. It's exactly like his when your defensive drive. He's got a nice green wall. You're in a position now. You need to blow a hole. If it was me, I'm still thinking I want to separate him. So I'm gonna blow a hole right here. Probably either put this ogre right there or blitz with the ogre. Your guy's boneheaded 4 times or 5 times. I've lost count. Unlikely to happen again. It's still a 1 in 6 chance, but unlikely to happen again. The thing is, you can do put him right there. And he'll tie up both these guys, blitz a hole, and then go. The other thing is you can do is move this ogre, put him right here, and then you only need 1 more assist to knock this guy down, and then you can blitz that guy. Both of those are good choices. I think you pretty much need to start going left. So you could have used this catcher to go over here, and then when you brought your thrower back over, because you can kind of cave his left side now, because he's gone hard to the right. You're fast enough to get to the left. So you missed your hole here. You created a great hole. You did an awesome start, and then you gave it up. Now you can't go this way anymore. So the only thing he's going to do is take a body out. I'd put him over here and start blowing this hole this way. So you're committing back to the right, but you're too late. You needed to do it 2 turns ago. That's good. He's tying up both those guys. You're going to POW him, but what good did it do you? You can move him up there, and now you get 2-9 that guy. If you do that, you probably need to follow it. Put him here. Put him here. Like, you're not going right anymore. Put him there. We'll be there for you. Perfect. That's nice of him. Because now you can go this way. You can go right through here, like we just talked about. He's going to go up, he's going to blitz your fucking catcher. That's like perfect. That's the best case scenario for you. I mean, your guy getting POW'd sucks. But he's not blitzing your line, he's blitzing way back here. You can just get up and scoot around him again, so that's not a big deal. Black Orcs are going to win that every time. I'm not going to say every time. Black Orcs win that 8 of 9 times. Because 1 of 9 times they're going to fall on their face. That's gutsy. Blitz. This was gutsy. Fouling. This is a bad foul. And fouling for coaches can be, for new coaches especially. I feel like when I'm teaching somebody or helping somebody learn how to play the game, fouling's one of those things where people do it wrong all the time. Let's just start with some real basic stuff. So you're down 1 piece. If you're, I'm talking from the Orcs perspective, you're down 1 piece. You have 2 guys on the sideline. He's got 1. You can't afford to lose another piece. So, in no way should you be fouling, unless this guy's like a level fucking 10 legend or some shit. So you shouldn't be fouling at all anyway. And if you're gonna foul, don't use one of your fucking best players. You have 3 blitzers over here. You need a line orc. You'd use a line orc if you wanted to foul. This is a bad foul. It didn't punish you. It didn't actually do anything. But also, you pulled 3 guys out of position. Like this human coach, all he's got to do, because he's fast, is go right through here. He's going to take this guy, put him back here, put that guy there, knock you over, and then he can set up a cage right here. Because you have your 3 best players, your 3 are all over here on the right-hand side, as far away from the play as possible. So the foul was bad in the first place. He just philosophically or mechanically should not have done it. Just shouldn't have done it. But to do it, you just overcommitted to it. The human, Carlos said, you have a great chance right here. You need to move this guy over there, knock that guy down, and then take these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4 guys. Go up here. You attack right now. Because you can score any time right now and win this game. So do it early. Don't wait too long. No, I don't like that. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. You need to go faster. I mean, he gave you a hole. Again, you made your own hole, and then he closed it up. But he gave you another one, and you're not taking advantage of it. Push it this way. Like, you've created space. Like, this is good. This was a good start. Follow it up and go this way. How far can you go? There you go. Well, you're going to have to hit it next turn. Get over here as far as you can. You might even want to bring him back. Alright, you might have another opportunity. This guy's just going to go mark this guy, though. Yep, he's marked. I mean, this was a good opportunity because all of his blitzers were to the right. You needed to attack left as fast as possible. Get, like, this guy the ball or this guy the ball. Probably, yeah. And now he's correcting it. So Carl said, what I'm seeing right now on your offense is you're a little too timid. Or maybe you were just trying to play a stall game. When you get a hole like that as humans, you gotta take them, man. You can't. You don't have the automatic elves. Like I can just fucking hit a hole whenever I want. You created a hole, you did a great job, and then you didn't take it. So we close it up, and then you made another one over here, and you didn't take it. So you're not committing. Humans gotta stay together. I mean, if you just think about it, you're just weaker than him, right? So when you spread out, you're playing to his strengths. Because this one-on-one battle, you're losing. You're losing this one-on-one battle because he's strength 4. This one-on-one battle, you're losing. This one-on-one battle, this is a 2-on-1 battle, you're losing it. So you don't really want to be spread out against orcs. You want to go back and forth and shake them out, and then once you get a hole, hit it. And hit it with as many pieces as you can. Hit it, like bring everybody, bring the whole fucking party over. Against, if you're fighting elves or rats, it's okay to go one-on-one because you're stronger than them. But against stronger guys than you need to stick together. So you got blitz that guy off. That's all right. You can get up here to your left. All right. But like you've lost advantage, right? Like he's already spread back out again. Put that guy in scoring position. He's gonna go over there and he's gonna put another body on him. I like that hit with the black orc, so you can use this guy who's faster. He might even get an attack on the ball, actually. Can he? I'm curious. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. 1 GFI is gonna attack on the ball. Not bad. So 1 die on the ball with his blitzer. He's gonna bring this guy over first, hopefully. Stand that shit up. 1 GFI, you're contacting him. Stand him up, yep. Oh, and he's gonna get the assist, and now it's a 2 die. So he's got that dodge. GFI and the POW. Yeah. So Carl said you got too spread out, man. We covered it. You spread yourself out against a team that can out-hit you, which means you lose in all your one-on-one battles. You had an opportunity. Like this whole half should have been fought right down here, because you can get down here and then you can stall as much as you want. Because this whole team was over here. You guys set up your screen. And then when he overcommitted to the right, you didn't hit this hole hard enough. You needed to hit that hole hard, bring all these guys over here, set up a wall this way, cut them off again. So then, I mean, your defense was spectacular. It was an amazing defense. Your offense, now you're really scrambling, and I don't think you're going to score, to be honest. Especially if you fail your sure hands back up. Defense was spectacular, but your offense, you need to commit. You need to commit. You need to have a plan, and you need to attack. And then when the plan goes to shit, which it will often, then you try and scramble around. So that's my biggest word of advice for you, man. Your offense was good, and for any human coach, make sure you stick together as humans. You want to keep as many guys together as possible. It's okay to have like one guy coming out here as a threat and try and draw some defenders, but don't spread out too thin like this against a team that outbashes you, because they're just gonna outbash you. You're playing to their strengths when you spread super thin like that. Unless you have a plan, like I'm gonna spread them out and then I'm gonna fucking student body, I'm gonna hit a hole. Like if you spread them out super thin, and then you bring all your guys over and you attack this hole and cut them in half, and that's one thing. But you spread out, and then you didn't have a plan. Come over here, you're gonna hit that guy. So you can clear that guy off. This is all well done. I don't know what you're gonna do with it. You're gonna try and get that ball to that catcher. Yeah, move him all the way over. Okay. All right. And then it's Hail Mary time, right? Pick this ball up. Move forward. Huck it. See what happens. Oh, you handed that guy. Oh, it's not bad. It's not bad, except for that guy intercepted the ball. I clearly didn't see him. All right. So there's a chart you can go to. It's on Fumble, I believe. It's a passing chart that shows you who can intercept the ball and who can't. The problem with that chart is it can be kind of complicated to read when you need it. You're under pressure. You're trying to find it in the internet. You find it. Now you've used half your turn up. Now you have about a minute to fucking dissect whether or not that guy can fucking intercept the ball. Basically, man, if you're this draw a straight line. This is kind of what I do. I draw a straight line from point A to point B, and if there's a guy like one or two squares on either side, that guy can intercept the ball. So if you didn't want this guy to get an intercept chance, you probably needed to go here. Here might have been okay, and what you do is before you throw it, you see if there's any black squares over your head. So like if you had backed up when you selected this throw, there'd have been a little thing over this guy. Like you just before you committed to it, you've been like, I get a ball, I select him, and there'll be an arrow that goes from here to here. And then over his guy, there'll be a little black square that says 17%. Right? So if you see any of those little black squares, then you know that he can catch the ball. I'd have moved forward at least one, and I don't think one would have done it. I think he needed to be here, and I think he'd been too far away. Because it's kind of a cone. He'd have been good. If he'd moved forward two to both GFIs, he wouldn't have had a chance. And I don't think it gives you a chance of whether... Yeah, it doesn't tell you whether your pass succeeded or not, because if the intercept succeeds, it doesn't matter if the pass succeeds. It just automatically intercepts. But yeah, and that's just kind of something you learn with practice. Anyway, if you draw a straight line, and if there's a guy within one or to two, pretty much two squares, to be safe, he can intercept you. If you had moved here, he'd have been fine. Except for he had those two GFIs. That kind of sucks. He can't score us. This game's over. So yeah, this has been the Rebel Miners. Rebel Miners. Like I said, these are newer coaches, and I mean, doing really well. Like their both defenses were good. Hopefully we learned some things. For the human offense, human defense was great. Human offense really needed to, like I said, you got to stick together and you got to exploit a hole once you got it. You naturally had a hole. The way he set up, you could have done an easy two-turn touchdown. When I learned how to play the game, when I learned how to play offense, I two-turn touchdown every single time. And I did that so I could learn. And you just put yourself in a lot of good habits, right? So you two-turn touchdown as often as you can so you can kind of learn, okay, what kind of capabilities of my players? If I push them as hard as I can, what are their capabilities, right? Then you get comfortable with the two-turn offense. Then you're like, okay, I got a two-turn offense. Now I back it up to a three-turn offense. Most people do it the other way. They back up. They're like, I want to do a full stall offense. Stalling is fucking hard. Stalling is really hard. It's not as easy as the guys make it look like it is, because you're giving your opponent more opportunities to capitalize. You're giving yourself more chances to make mistakes, and you're giving your opponent more opportunities to capitalize those mistakes. Where if you get a two-turn touchdown, you're on top of him before anything else. So yeah, you're gonna lose some games in a shootout if you do two-turn touchdowns, but you're gonna learn your offense better. So if you're a new coach, this is for any race really. You want to score as fast as you can because stalling is hard. Stalling is hard. And the other benefit of scoring as fast as you can is defense is the hardest thing in the game. So if you score fast, you go back on defense. And then you learn defense, which is the hardest thing to do. So I suggest you score. I mean, the 2-1 grind is how you win the game, right? That's the standard. I want to do the 2-1 grind. But when you're learning the game, score as fast as you can so you can get back on defense. Because A, you learn how to score when you want to score, and B, you learn defense better because you're on defense all the time. So don't do the stall. Just go ahead and score as many cans. Plus, your guys level faster if you're scoring more goals. And you'll be surprised that aggressiveness will really it'll bake into your head, and philosophically you'll change. So I would have scored there. I would have scored right at fast. You could have done 2 or even 3-turn touchdown. That's it, man. Good defense. Offense clearly needs a plan, need a direction. And you needed to not stall. You needed to hit that hole and then hit that other hole. Let's check out SPP. So just the MVP there, and then CJ Anderson got an injury. The Orcs held on to the ball longer. 48 yards, 32 yards, 2 KOs. So that is it. This is looks like there's 8 teams. I don't know much about the college leagues. I know these guys are all learned in the game. Laser beams, I might remember. Um, so good, man. There's a lot of good things. There's a lot of really good things in there. There's a lot of good habits in there. There's just some cleanup we need to do. If you guys want to watch, if you have any requests, like Carl's had, like, hey, check out my team and let me know what you think. I am more than willing to do that when I have time, and I usually have a fair amount of time. Humans, of course, are near and dear to my heart, but I've played every single race. Um, some more extensively than others, and if I don't know a race, then I'll just be like, hey, I'll let you know I'm the wrong guy. Like, if you want Woodell fucking 101, I am not the right guy. But if you're in the minors, you got Squiggy, and he knows how to Wood Elf. And I can point you to a coach. I'm able to help you out. So hit me up on Discord. Just my name's Trunkhead on Discord. I'm on the rookie Discord and the regular Rebel Discord. You can hit me up on trunkheadgaming.com or trunkheadgaming Gmail, excuse me. I'm more than willing to do that. Let me know. I love talking about Blood Bowl, man. I love talking about Blood Bowl theories, about different things, and about different processes. So feel free. Thank you to the Faithful 43 for checking it out. My next couple games just flipped. Actually, my Rebel game week 3 against Misstace will be on Thursday night. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya.